Have you ever looked outside in the night sky and asked yourself, where are the aliens? In a universe with billions, trillions of stars, surely we must have found extraterrestrial life by now. Why isn't this the case? How come in this vast space we haven't found any aliens yet? No signs of life outside of Earth? Well, today I will be covering the Fermi paradox and 6 theories on why we haven't found any aliens yet. So sit down and enjoy the video. First, we must know what kind of life we are talking about. While most biologists don't completely agree on a single definition of life, most life is defined by its growth, reproduction, use of energy, and response to its environment. Now, while other things such as fire do share some of these characteristics of life, for the purpose of this video, we will be focusing on carbon-based life such as ours. With our understanding of life now made clear, let's look at what favors life to emerge on planets in the first place. One very strong factor that can help life emerge is its location. The Goldilocks zone is described as a space between the star and outer space in which water on the planet isn't too hot to boil away, but not too cold to freeze either, although some scientists do think that there is life on moons such as Europa, which of course isn't within the habitable zone. Another important feature of our planet is that it should be a safe space for life to emerge on. Life can't emerge if it's actively being killed by its environment. So it is important to have an atmosphere and preferably a magnetic field to shield it from the dangers out in space. But if there are trillions of planets out there, how come none of them have been found with life on it? This is the true question of the video. Why haven't we found life if there's so much space for it to emerge? This is the Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox doesn't have a straightforward answer, but there are many theories out there that might be the answer to our question on why we haven't found aliens yet. The first theory may be the least interesting, and it claims that life is simply too rare, and we may eventually, in the far future, encounter aliens out in the universe. This theory does say, however, that there is alien life out there, and describes how we are not alone in the universe. Another theory suggests that life on Earth is simply ahead of everyone, that the universe is too young to host alien life, and that we are the first life to emerge in the universe. This puts us ahead of the other life forms and tells us that we essentially predate the coming forms of life. What if life is not all that rare though? What if there is life in our very solar system, but we are simply not technologically advanced enough to find them? Well, there's the theory that describes how we are looking at the wrong places, as some may say. Or what if life is out there, but they choose to stay silent from a greater threat, not wanting to be detected by what they fear? Whatever this threat may be, it is usually described as something capable of ending a whole civilization. However, aside from the already known theories, I have some theories myself on why we may not have found aliens yet. One of those describes how aliens may have been on Earth already, yet evidence for the arrival of those aliens has been lost in time, predating humans by millions to billions of years. These aliens may have helped life to emerge on Earth, and tells us that we aren't the first forms of life on the very planet that we are standing on. One final theory I have for you is that we may be alone. The rare Earth hypothesis describes that all this searching for alien life will leave us realizing that we are the only forms of life in the universe, that we are truly something special. Well, with that being said, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time.